What's going on, people? Welcome to the LV Live show. I am LV Live. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Once again, I want to thank all the new subscribers for coming by to my channel, man. It is truly, truly appreciated. Big time win for them boys on late night Knicks. That's what I'll call it. By beating Dallas Mavericks 113 and 111. Jalen Brunson going back home to Dallas. Well, let's not say go back home. A return to an old location. The captain returns with 28 big points, 5 assists from him, the big cat, 18 points, 14 rebounds. But the heroics of Landry Shamet in 2 aspects of the game, hitting that big-time 3 to go up. And then, of course, him causing that offensive foul at the end to pretty much end the game, man, which I thought was fabulous to see. The Knicks are currently now 9-5 on the season. Heading to Orlando Saturday, which I'll be going live for that. So please come through and check it out. A big time win for them boys, man. Huge win. Appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me on this LV Lunchtime Takeout show. Pretty much doing a quick recap, man. Listen, LV wanted to do it last night, man, but I was tired. I was tired. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't do it. I tried. I said, you know what? Maybe I could do a live right after. I said, man, it's like midnight. Like, I'm tired. So that's why I said, okay, let me just come on here during the LV Lunchtime Takeout show and kind of hop on with you guys and give my breakdown of what I saw from the game. Listen, man, look, it was a nip and tuck game. It felt very similar to the Miami game. Felt very similar to that. But I think the difference is having Jalen Brunson, right? Brunson being back and him just pretty much looking like he never missed a beat was huge for us. I thought the cat had very, very good nights last night. The big cat, he had his moments. But I thought it was just a total effort. The Josh Hart was fabulous coming off the bench for him. He had 16 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Vintage Josh Hart game, getting to the 50-50 balls. And Mikal Bridges coming up with timely hoops. He believed he had 18 last night. Make sure I got that right. I believe Bridges had 16 last night. Excuse me. Thought he was sensational again. Once again, another 2-steal game for him. 2 blocks for Mikal Bridges. He's been sensational with this whole Mike Brown regime, man. So he's been awesome. But we struggled last night. I thought, guys, we handily had the game. Well, what happened last night is, guys, we can't make free throws. That's it. You know, of course, listen, we struggled from 3, but to me, it was the free throws. We shot 54% from the stripe. I'm gonna say it again: 54% from the stripe. 19 for 35. I mean, listen, guys, you're not gonna win games like that. We barely won. And that's because of how bad we shot from the stripe. Listen, you're going to struggle from 3. We didn't shoot that well from 3. Only shot 29% from 3. Right? I believe we were 12 for 42. Yes, look at that. We were 12 for 42 from the 3 last night. So sometimes you're not going to knock it down. I mean, that's just what it is. But one thing that was a gimmies. If you've ever played hoops, gimme shots are free throw lines. That's it. Knock them down, man. Of course, Mitch is going to struggle from the line. Excuse me. Mitch was, I think, 1 for 6. But to me, the biggest issue was Cat, right? Cat was 5 for 9. He shoots 90% from the free throw line, 5 for 9, man. And that's not good, right? So he's got to get better on that end. But all in all, man, listen, a very, very gutsy win. They had to dig deep for this one. Fabulous win for the boys. Fabulous win, man. Really, really happy with the victory. Tony, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live, man, doing this LV Lunchtime Takeout show. I'm Eric Green. What's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with the LV Live. Appreciate you, man, coming on during this lunchtime takeout show, man. Hope all is well with everybody during this work week. Corey Lindsay, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live. Long time no see. Hope all is well with you, sir. It's almost Friday. Almost Friday, people. Let's get to it. But yeah, gutsy win last night, man. Gutsy win. Listen, you're going to have ugly wins sometimes like this, right? This is kind of like what really creates championship DNA. Right, being able to kind of dig deep and come out for wins. I thought we were going to have it the other night against Miami, another similar win to this, because this is pretty much of a similar game. You know, the Knicks would nip and tuck through the whole game, but we just couldn't pull away. A couple of times when the captain went on that explosion in the third quarter, I thought that we were going to pretty much kind of walk away with this game because they didn't have guys playing. Of course, Anthony Davis is out. Kyrie Irving is pretty much out for the year. And, of course, Cooper Flagg was out with the illness, right? So I thought the Knicks had this in the bag. But a very, very feisty Dallas Mavericks team, man, came out ready to go, man. And so, you know, that's pretty much how it was. But a big part, which is different from the other night in Miami, was that we had the captain back, right? So that's huge, right? Having him back and having him being able to contribute the way he does at such a high clip in key moments in the game when we need a bucket right? That's what he does. And so it was great to see him back. And that really kind of helped really propel us because, them wanting to double the captain leaves a lot of things open, right? So they blitzed the captain. If you see that play right there with Landry Shamet, right? They blitzed him. And so he was able to hit Josh Hart in the middle. And was Josh Hart was able to penetrate, you see right there, he missed a shot, got it blocked. And if he's able to kick it out to a wide open Shamet, that only happens because of the captain. That's strictly because of him. Because Jason Kidd made the decision that they were going to blitz him. They weren't going to let Brunson do what he does, right? So that leaves everything else for everybody else. Leave everything else open for everybody else. Excuse me. But the beauty of that is that now, listen, make a shot, make a play, right? This is why you're in the league. You can make a play, you can knock down shots. So that's the key. There was another segment in the part of the game too where Josh Hart got the steal, right? He pushed it up court. He found the captain. The captain went baseline, found a cutting Landry Shamet on the corner three, and he knocked it down. So once again, a lot of attention given Jalen Brunson. He comes up with big time plays, makes the right basketball play, and guys are able to knock down shots. And that's what really separates winning from losing, guys. It's having certain guys like that can really create attention and bring attention to himself because he's such a great player. But then he's able to rely on his teammates and trust in his teammates to knock it down and come up with big time plays. And to me, that's what separated this night from Miami night, because it's basically the same game, guys. Basically the same game, the same stuff going on. And so I just thought that we were able to close it out, man, which I thought was an awesome, awesome, awesome day. One thing I will say though, we're gonna have to kind of figure out this whole, I don't know, like Yabusele thing, man. Like I'm not really too happy with Yabusele. Like I think he's okay, but he doesn't really provide much. Like he just doesn't. Like just watching him and watching what he does, he just doesn't really give anything. Like I'm watching him and I'm like, he doesn't move his feet well. If he's not knocking down a three, what does he do? He doesn't rebound well, right? He's. I thought he was better than this. I'll be honest with you guys. I thought he was better than this. He doesn't move his feet well. He doesn't rebound well. But then so he gave Diawara more minutes, right? So he's starting to kind of get Diawara into the flow. I like Diawara, man. He had a block shot yesterday. He did really good. The game before that, he had a steal in Miami. Right? So my thing is like, you're going to need some offensive wings. That's what he provides. I don't know. It's once again, right? Let's get back to it. This is the NBA politics, man, because we all see the same thing, guys. We all see the same thing. He's a better player than Yabusele. And what I mean by a better player is athletically, he fits what we do and what we want to do and what we need right now. We need an athletic wing who's tall, that can block shots, that can move his feet defensively. Diawara can knock down shots, can push the rock. We've seen it in Summer League. We've seen it sometimes in preseason, right? He just needs to be given an opportunity. So we all see the same thing here, guys. But a lot of times in this league, what happens is a lot of like politics and a bunch of nonsense that comes with this, which could be very, very frustrating for players. But come on, man. Come on. If anybody can sit here and tell me that Yabusele is way better than Diawara, listen, no, there's no way. There's no way. You're watching the same game we are. If anybody's played this game like I have, I've played it in high school and college. Like, the guys who can play and the guys that you need for your system. And it just feels like, athletically wise, Diawara fits more what we're trying to do than a guy like Yabusele. Now, of course, they're not going to give up on Yabusele too soon, because what is this game? 9-5. What is that? They're 14. So this is what we 14 games in. So what is that? You got to figure, okay, we've still got a lot more time left, right? So they probably want to see exactly what Yabusele is. Don't want to give up on him too soon. They did invest some money into him. So I do understand that. But it's a hard watch, man. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a very, very hard watch. Because I'm sitting and I'm watching and I'm like, this guy can't move his feet, man. It's like his feet are stuck in sand. And then he's not rebounding. Then it's like, then he knocks down shots. Sometimes he doesn't. There was one play where Josh had to kind of tell him to go back door. And Josh is looking at him like, why are you just standing there? Like, you got to move. You understand what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Once again, I don't want to give up on the guy so soon. I think he is a solid player, but I don't know if he fits what we want to do. I don't know. And so, once again, we'll have patience with him. LV will have patience with him. So we'll see exactly what this all amounts to. Well, oh no, great game. Let me hop in here really quick. Let me see what everyone is saying, man. Tony, what's going on, Mr. LV? I'm very concerned with this team and the spray and three. Here's the thing, Tony. They're gonna knock it down. Sometimes they're not. But understand this too, Tony. We are missing OG Anunoby, right? That was big when we were able to hit down them corner threes, and that's what the sprays do. So when you come in the paint, you stop with 2 feet, you look to spray it out. Josh Hart does that really, really well. Usually in the corners is OG Anunoby. Of course, it's Mikal Bridges, and of course, it's Clarkson, right? Those guys are able to knock it down a high clip. Deuce too. But the problem that's happening is Cat has been struggling from 3. That's really hurt us too, Tony. So that plays a big part. And like I said, not having OG Anunoby out there is big. Him and Mikal Bridges, corner threes assassins. That's what I'm gonna call them, corner 3 assassins. And so without having that, the other half of that, it kind of hurts. So I think that's really what it is. But we'll pick it up. My biggest thing, Tony, like I mentioned, my biggest thing is just struggling from the free throw line. Like that can't happen. We shot 54% from the 3-point line. We make 10 of those, the game is over. We make 10 of those free throws, game is over, man. And so that can't happen. To me, that was the big part of the game. Everett Green says, happy with the victory, but we need to play better. Too many missed free throws, right? The captain is a difference maker between this and Miami. Listen, Eric Green, I said that, man. Glad you mentioned that. I definitely mentioned that. He changes everything. He just does. You see the attention that's given to him in late game situations, right? So that opens it up for a guy like Josh Hart. And to me, I love Josh Hart in closing minutes. And the reason why I love him in closing minutes, not because he makes the right decision with the basketball in those minutes, it's because he gets to those 50-50 balls. Like that was him with the steal, coming up, pushing it up, right? So he's always in the mix with stuff like that. Remember last year in Boston, right? He snatched the ball out of Pritchard's hand, right, and pushed the ball up the court. I think we were able to get a 3 out of that, right, during that comeback win in the playoffs, right? Josh Hart was right in the middle of that also, right? So he's perfect to end the game because he's going to get after it. It's just certain things. You just know. He's just got winning DNA, man. He just knows how to do the little things to really, really help pull games out. And then you add him on with the captain. Those guys have won a lot of games together when they've played together, right? Going back to college. So you want that type of winning DNA out there on the court in key situations. But not having Brunson out there is definitely the difference. And, to me, that's why we lost the game in Miami. Tony says, last night was the worst game we played, and we still got the win. Hey, listen, Tony, sometimes you got to win ugly in this league, man. You got to win ugly in this league. And so that's kind of like, to me, that's the beauty of that. Go down here. Tony said, what happened? What do you mean what happened, Tony? Please elaborate on that. Okay. Corey Lindsay, man, says, LV, man, salute. I just had a birthday last Friday, but it was fascinating, but still an ugly win. Take the win. Hey, Corey Lindsay, man, happy belated birthday. Hope you enjoyed yourself, man. Hope you're staying healthy. Continue to take care of yourself. Continue to live life to the fullest. You know what I mean? That's always the beautiful thing about life. An extra year. Blessings to you and yours. So yes, but it was fascinating to see it. Yeah, Corey, it was definitely. I love the ugly wins, man. I think that builds character. It really kind of helps you kind of learn how to get out of situations when you don't have it going at night. You don't have it going at night. So how do you win? How do you pull out victories? And to me, that's what separates the really good teams from the great teams. Because no matter if you're having an off night, you still find a way to win. And so to me, that's the biggest thing. Tony says, what I'm seeing is our shot not falling. And we're not taking the basket. Excuse me, we're not attacking the basket. Any team can beat the Knicks. That's not championship playing basketball. But okay. I get what you're saying. You're basically saying, you don't like the fact that we're not attacking the basket. Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's the offense that Mike Brown wants to play, right? Which is the space and pace and space, and of course, driving and kicking, or he calls it spraying. I mean, that's the offense that he runs. I mean, I think it's when it's clicking, it's really, really good, right? But when it's not clicking, as you saw last night, we were missing threes. But Tony, man, I don't know about attacking the basket. I thought we were. I mean, Cat was definitely, he's not getting the fouls that he needs. But Tony, we drew a lot of fouls last night. We got to the free throw line 35 times. So yes, we weren't knocking down a three, but we were getting to the free throw line 35 times. We just couldn't knock it down. And so that's big, man. That's big. You got to be able to knock down free throws, man. You got to be able to knock down free throws. To me, that's really what hurt us in the game last night. Hey guys, what about Landry Shamet, man? Guys, he's really taken this opportunity that he has, man, and really kind of taking it to the next level. He's doing a lot of little things that's really helping us win game. Of course, he had that great game, of course, against Miami. Career high for him in points. Yesterday, he hit really, really big threes that really kind of helped propel us to the victory. And then that defensive play at the end, where the kid had to hook him because Landry Shamet got back on defense. Then there was another play. I believe he fought over a screen, which was a big play in the game as far as momentum goes. Like he's just a really, really good player. And what I love about Shamet is that he plays really, really hard, man. He gets after it, right? And I think that's what the coaches like. They like that. They like the fact that he attacks it on both ends. He doesn't take things lightly, man. I think he's really, really happy with being here in New York, and you can see it how he plays, right? You can see how he attacks the day. Every game, you're getting the same Landry Shamet. Like, it's even keel. Like, you know what you're getting from him. Like, you don't have to worry about him not having energy, not playing his hardest. Not like it's the same thing with Deuce, right? Him and Deuce are like the same. Like, you know what those guys are going to give on both ends of the court, defensively and knocking down shots. They usually make the right decision. Sometimes Deuce be doing too much, but him and Shaman are basically the same player. And that's the beauty of what they bring tenacity on the defensive end, and they bring sharp shooting on the offensive end, right? And that's what you want from those guys. And so Shaman is playing, I don't want to say he's playing the best basketball of his career. I mean, you would have to ask him that. I mean, he would know. I mean, he's played good basketball in other places too. But I think being on this team and being in the just being at the center of everything, meaning how popular the Knicks are now because of Brunson, how far we went. All eyes are on the Knicks right now, and he's playing really, really good basketball for us. And so you got to be happy with him and what he's doing. This Grover, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through rocking with LV Live tonight on this LV Lunchtime Takeout Show. Just wanted to tap in with you guys, man, in regards to last night's victory from the Knicks, 113-111. The Big Cat, 18 points, 14 rebounds. Great game, great win for them boys. Hey, listen, really quick. Let's listen to Landry Shamet, man. Let's hear what he has to say. I thought another great game from him, man. So let's kind of hear from him. Love the fact that he's getting his flowers too, man. Guys are kind of showing him respect, especially from the telecast. He's really playing well, man. You got to kind of give him his props, man. I think it's important to kind of pay attention to guys like this. The unsung heroes is what they call them. But these guys are really, really big when you're trying to win a championship, right? Guys like him. So let's hear from Shamet and how well he played last night.
And then you drew the game-winning offensive foul. Can you sum up the last wild minute for us there?
I got to make 2 free throws. A wild finish down the stretch. It's a road win. They're not always going to be pretty. That was not 48 minutes of basketball we would, like to play, but you'll take a road win and we can build on it.
Well, it was good composure by you guys coming back there, especially the 2 big threes that you were able to come up with.
Yeah, the ball found me. It wasn't finding, I didn't find any open looks early, and stayed composed and knew, had a feeling someone would come in the fourth, and they did. So just stepping in, ready to shoot. Good plays by my teammates, and I'll take them.
Now, most people in this building, and certainly Mavericks fans, thought that was an and one on that last play. How sure were you that the foul was going against Dallas?
That was a good call by the officials. Tough way to see the game end on a call like that, but I think they made the right call, and I want that one as a defender. I want that one. We don't want it to come down to that, though. We got to do a better job playing 48 minutes and find a way to create some more separation early in the game.
Well, yet another Landry Shamet game for the Knicks. Congratulations and thanks for the time.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Love that. Love that. Love that. Love another Landry Shamet game for the Knicks. Listen, great, man. Great to see, man. Great to see, like I said, a guy like that getting his flowers, man. I think that's really, really awesome for him. He's been playing well, man. He's been playing well, especially a guy, like I said before, man, like a lot of other game. Guy coming from separated shoulder, didn't know what was going to happen. The whole situation with Tibbs not really playing him in the playoffs, right? You know what I mean? So, wow, this is great to see for him in his career, man. Great to see. Disgrover up in here saying, game by game, I am more vindicated for gassing up Landry. Disgrover, I have to give you your props because you were the one. Everyone was screaming Garrison Matthews. Everyone. Even LV had some things to kind of question because I loved what Garrison Matthews was doing from three, right? They could knock it down. But I was 50-50 on it, right? Him or Shamet. And you, Disgrover, you were 10 toes down on Landry Shamet. And so, yes, Disgrover, we have to salute you on this Landry Shamet day. How about that? The source says, well, Landry got a career-high game against a good Heat team, along with having good defensive stops that game. He probably is playing the best he's ever had here in New York. Yeah, I think here in New York, definitely Disgrover, but I was thinking more of like his career, right? I mean, this is, all eyes are on him because the Knicks, the Knicks are hottest ticket in town. Like, let's just be honest, right? You know what I mean? They're on, I don't know. You guys correct me. Let me know if I'm wrong. I think they're on the most of any team in the league on TV, right? It's still probably them and the Lakers that are on the most as far as televised games this year. So, a big part of that, of course, is Jalen Brunson and what we did last year, and of course Towns. But so, for a guy like Shamet, I mean, this is good for his career. He's still a very young guy too, man. How old is Shamet? I think he's in his 20s still, man. I don't think he's old. How old is Shamet? But Shamet's young, man. Shamet's only 28. Shamet's only 28, man. So who knows? A guy like him, if he doesn't stay with the Knicks or whatever the dynamic is, he can go someplace else and make a whole lot of money now because of how well he played with us, right? So you never know, man. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Grover was dropping heat. Same draft as JB. So this Grover, he was a 28th pick? Is that what you're saying? He was a 28th pick? So if I'm correct, if our math is correct and what that draft was, I think he got drafted before Brunson, right? I think Brunson went 33 in the draft. Right? Oh, no, you say 28. You're saying that's his age. Okay. That's his age. The source says, no, 28 years old. He was second round, 30th pick. See that? I think Brunson was the 33rd pick, correct? Guys, let me know if I'm right or wrong. Please, let me know. But if I'm correct, I think he was drafted over Brunson, man. I think Brunson was the 33rd pick, man. He was drafted low, and they didn't really value him at all in the draft. At all. Yeah, they didn't value him at all. Oh, look at that. This Grover, see? That's why I love you guys, man. See, always come through. No. Landry was first round, 26th pick by the Sixers. Look at that. See that? There you go. See what I'm saying? It's ill, right? How this league works out, right? He was a first-round pick, right, by the Sixers, 26th pick. Brunson was player of the year in college basketball. Villanova was the best team in college basketball. Brunson got player of the year and went second round. I think he was in the 30s, man. Brunson went to the Mavericks. And look at him in Shamet's career. Shamet's a journeyman, bounced around this league. Brunson's the star of the city. Look how this goes, man. And look at this, Shamet. Got the Timbs. The whole crew in the back. Look. Yo, listen, man, they gotta get the black Timbs for the road. They gotta get that. You can't have the regular Timbs. You gotta get the black Timbs for the road. The all black ones. You gotta keep the regular Timbs for home. I love that though. I love that. Look, I bring your hard hat, man. With that being said, I'm getting work out here outside, right outside my door, my house. It's funny. I see him with that shirt on. The guy came to my door about 20 minutes ago. I was like, yo, man, I need to fix some stuff out here. So we gotta block you in your driveway. So yeah, man. So oh yeah, Discover, look. Yeah, see? Second, third for our captain. See what I'm saying? This Rover, that's what I'm saying. It's ill, right? The journeys of these guys, man. The journeys of these guys. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just ill, man. Look at that. Look how things work out. Crazy. But listen, it's great for his career, man. It's great for his career. It's great to see a guy like him really kind of turn around and really get an opportunity like he has right now. And believe it or not, it kind of stinks too. You know, it tells you, like last year, kind of like what happened with the Tibbs stuff was kind of crazy because, everybody knew and everybody saw and felt that guy should have been playing in the playoffs. It's criminal what Tibbs did. And I like Tibbs. You know what I mean? I like Tibbs. I'm glad what he did here, but him dropping the ball on that was insane. Like there's no way that should have happened. This guy not getting minutes like that and stuff. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. And here's the thing, man. We love Tibbs because of what he did for the city and how he helped us out, and all the things that he did, right? All the stuff that everybody wants to give, but for him not to play Landry Shamet really in the playoffs like that, and what this guy is doing now, it kind of makes you a little mad, right? Doesn't it make you angry? Makes you a little pissed off, right? Because you feel to yourself like, yo, if this guy would have played in the playoffs, and if Tibbs would have played him in game 1 or game 2, we would have went to the finals last year and maybe beat OKC because look, Indiana took them 7 games. Tibbs, man. Tibbs. The frustration. Okay, so this goes as well-deserved for Landry, man. He had a few great defensive stops last night. Listen, agreed. No, this Grover, none bigger than at the end of the game. None bigger than that. I mean, which was a clear call. I saw people kind of complaining, like online and stuff. Some people, probably Mavericks fans, complaining that wasn't a foul, shouldn't have been called a foul. They never called that. My man, it's a foul. You can't hook and grab the guy so it could propel yourself to the rim because that was the only way he was going to get to the rack. He couldn't get around Shamet. So the only way he was going to be able to get to the rack was he had to hook him, to push himself up to get there. I mean, it's an easy call, man. It's an easy call, man. Come on, even Steve Wonder could see that. I mean, it's not really hard to kind of figure out, hard to see. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, guys, how do you feel about the whole double big lineup? I mentioned that before. I thought it was really, really good to see him come out there towards the end with the double big lineup with Mitch and Cat out there. I thought it was really good. Now, of course, Mitch missed the free throws at the end. But I think it's good to have that out there, man, because it gives intimidation at the rim, right? It does that, and I thought that was awesome, man. You gotta have that because what Mitch brings defensively at the end of games is huge. Also, too, another great game for Cat, too, man. I thought Cat played a great game. He's not knocking it down from 3, but I thought he was being aggressive going to the rack. I thought he also had some good moments. I'm going to mention him in a second, but let me bring up the captain here. It was great to see the captain back, ready to go. He looked really, really good last night. That third quarter was vintage him, which we needed, man. So I thought it was great to see. He's the captain last night talking about the game. Great to have him back, man. Game changer in itself, especially with OG Anunoby being down. It's great to have him back.
This game, I don't know how anyone would describe it. How would you describe the way this thing went down?
I mean, chaos, but at the same time, I mean, found a way to win. It was ugly, but when you win ugly, I mean, it's signs of like team learning and getting better. So no matter what the situation is, we got to find a way to win.
You guys had a slow start. You had only hit 3 threes in that first half. What was said in the locker room at halftime?
We were getting good looks, but we got to continue to get stops and play with pace and just keep trusting each other. And we're going to find a way.
What about you? First game back. What does it feel like to be back on the floor for yourself?
It feels great. I mean, happy I can go out here and play this game. And I don't want to take any opportunity for granted. And I'm just happy I'm back out here.
And lastly, you finally get a road win here for this squad. What does that feel like?
Finally. Finally. I mean, we're happy, but we got a lot of work to do.
Jalen, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Mike?
Good gutsy win for the Knicks, and also just such a hard-fought game for the Dallas Mavericks.
Great to have the captain back, man. That's all I'm going to say. Great to have him back. Great to have him back, man. It's great to have him back because, you know, he mentioned it. He said, listen, man, look, you know, we're able to pull out the victory, which is great to see. So I'm very happy about that. This girl says, this ain't calling bumps in the last minute. The wrap around is way too blatant. Yeah, listen, agreed, man. Agreed. This girl, that was, come on. I'm glad they called it. I'm glad the refs pretty much identified that because that was definitely a foul. Yeah, Cat averages 2 of those a game. Yeah, he's got to tighten up on that. But guys, listen, I thought it was a great game for Cat yesterday. He wasn't knocking it down from 3, but I thought he was great taking it to the rack. Finishing at the rim strong. You know, of course, you know, we would love for him to kind of, you know, be able to knock down some threes. But guys, he was 6 for 16 from the field for 14 boards, though, for Cat, man. 14 boards and 6 assists. Towns is playing really, really well, and 2 steals for him. So as much as he gets, you know, destroyed, I understand people's frustration with him with the fouls and everything like that. You can't deny what he brings. Even on a bad night where people complaining the numbers he's putting up. He put up 18, 14, 6 assists, and 2 steals. 10 defensive rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds. And then also, too, I mean, he gets no calls. I mean, he should be at the line at least 10 to 12 times a night. Easy. Right? And so it's just insane, you know, the amount of times the refs just swallow their whistle when he's at the rack. You know, he's getting fouled every single time because he's tough to deal with. He is. They got to guard the 3. So that a lot of people don't like the driving from the top of the key. I don't have an issue with it because it's a weapon. Because he's so good at knocking down 3s, all the bigs want to come out and check him. So it's easy to do a head fake and you drive. I mean, that's just a simple game of basketball. So I don't want to take that out of his game. Now, I'll be clear. You don't want him dribbling at the top of the key, trying to do in and out dribbles or nothing like that. You don't want that. But you do want the shot fake, and you go right around and try to finish strong at the rack. To me, that's simple hoops. Simple hoops, man. I thought Cat was great last night. Of course, not great from the free throw line. We want him to knock down more 3s. But I thought he started attacking the rim, and that's what kind of started changing the game. And he started really kind of picking up chunks of buckets because they just couldn't check him. Lively couldn't deal with him. And of course, Gaffer, you know, he was destroying Gaffer when Gaffer was with the Wizards. So I thought it was a great game for him as well. I also thought that I would have liked to see Clarkson out there a little bit more. He got 20 minutes, right? You know, him and Deuce got 20, 22 minutes. But I thought Clarkson gave really good minutes, man. Clarkson came off, he had 8 points, he had 4 rebounds. He was a 4 for 5 from the free throw line. 2 for 5 from the field goals. I thought he had it going a little bit. I just think he couldn't really get his rhythm. I mean, Deuce knocked down some 3s late, but I kind of wanted to see Clarkson out there a little bit more. The Clarkson played pretty good. He's actually been a pleasant surprise, man. I mean, of course, you get nervous having him out there and stuff like the things he does, but I thought Clarkson was solid last night, man. I thought he was. This girl says, my criticism is that Cat never passes out when he drives. There have been a lot of times where there are open men versus him trying to lay it up over 4 dudes. You know what it is, Disc Rover? I'm going to tell you what it is. it goes back to what you mentioned before, this Rover. You mentioned before how his coordination is insane, right? It's not as good. He's a big man, right? He's got a big body, lumbering down the lane. That's really, really hard to stop on 2 for him and then try to kick it out. He doesn't have the agility to do that. Him doing a head fake and driving, that's exceptional for a guy his size. So I really can expect him to do what guards do and stop on 2 feet and look to pass it out and stuff like that when you drive into the rack, similar to what Josh Hart does, right? Or Brunson does, or Mikal does. I can't expect him with that size to be able to do that. So I think that's where that comes into play here, this Grover, right? But I mean, it's a positive and negative you get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I do like that he brings that to the table. But I do understand with him, colliding into 3-4 people. I understand the frustration with that. But man, listen, man. But look, a lot of people may not agree with me, but I thought the Cat played really well last night. I thought he did. I thought he was able to really establish himself and get some really key buckets when we needed it. But on top of him and other people, guys got to knock down free throws, man. Guys got to knock down free throws. To me, that's what hurt us. That's what hurt us big time. This Rose says, I agree with that, LV, man, but I just want him to at least try it once or twice. This Grover, yeah, man. I get you. I see what you're saying. I'm not denying it, and I'm not saying you're wrong. But it's hard for a guy his size to do that. So it's like, would you rather him not do it because he's not really going to pass out of that? Because that's hard to do. Like if he's coming downhill full speed at his size, you ever see he's running. It looks like he's got bad knees already, right? So when he's doing that, it's like a locomotive coming down the hill. It's hard to put on the brakes on that, turn around, pivot, kick it out. That's hard to do. That's a lot of you got to be very well coordinated to do that. He struggles with that, but it makes sense that he struggles with that because he's 7 feet and wears a size 20 shoe. I mean, so that's just, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, right? But I will say that it's something he could possibly look into doing. Maybe don't drive as hard and as fast, but that takes away from it too, because when you do a head fake like that, right? You come up, boom. They're lunging at it quick. So the only way to get past those guys is you gotta go hard and fast. Major pause on that, right? You gotta go right at them. You can't really try to kind of go slow with that because then it's going to give the guys time to recover. And so you got to be able to be aggressive with it. So that's why, it's kind of hard. This officer said that's exactly why I described him on his drives, like a freight train barreling down the lane. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I can't deny that, man. I mean, that's basically what it is with him. Definitely what it is. All right, guys, but listen, let me get up out of here. Listen, I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me, man, doing this LV Lunchtime Takeout show. Just want to give a quick recap of last night's game. Big time win for the boys. They go to 9-5 on the season by beating the Dallas Mavericks last night, 113-111. The return of the captain, 28 points and 5 assists. So the Knicks take their talents, continue on this road trip to Orlando Saturday, right, to play against the Magic. So hopefully they can get revenge from what happened in the other game, and hopefully Brunson could not get injured, right? Wendell Carter's not sticking his foot out trying to sprain people's ankles, right? So hopefully we can get out of there with a victory and get into a pretty much couple of easier games against Brooklyn and Charlotte right after that before we head home. All right, listen, people, but I'm LV Live. That's my show. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with me. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, people, right? Also, too, if it's your first time coming through, rocking with me, please subscribe to the channel. And also, too, please leave comments because I do respond to comments. All right, people, listen, I'm LV Live, and that's my show, and I'm out of here, people. Peace.